speeches were very, very good, very funny, very interesting, and I hope this time it will be no exception. Okay.
No pressure.
Thank you very much.
Cyborgs.
Angelique, do you want to say what my project is?
So, good afternoon again. Manu's speech is doing project 5 today, and the aim of the speech is to use stance, movement, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to express his message and to achieve the purpose of his speech, which is to make use of body language. And the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And he'll talk about cyber robots.
Right, thank you very much. Right. We all know what organic is, right? And we all have a pretty good idea about what synthetic or artificial is. This is artificial, and this is quite organic, isn't it?
End of the story?
I don't think so. I, for example, need my glasses. Without my glasses, I'm relatively blind, which is what makes me really upset that this has happened. So, to some extent, some philosophers might claim that I'm actually a cyborg. I am enhancing myself using materials, using other devices. Okay, it's just glasses. Let's not overrate that. What about if I need hearing devices? It's an electric compound that actively enhances me and eases my life. What if I need a pacemaker? It's not a tool. A pacemaker is not a tool that enables you to do things you want to improve on. It actually enables you to live. It's not a tool. It's a necessity. It is vital. Would you say that somebody with a pacemaker is actually, to some extent, a cyborg? An organism relying on artificial materials to survive? Let's take another example. Current American researchers for the Army are investigating exoskeletons. Those are robots that are on the outside of your skin. They detect the currents in your body, and they help you, they support your movements. For example, if I was going to wear one of these suits, I could easily lift up this table, or a car for that matter, depending how strong they are, how far the research progresses. Are we heading off into this direction of cyborgs that we know from science fiction movies with Terminator or Robocop? What about mobile phones? Everyone of us in this room, probably with the exception of me, has got a mobile phone. And we rely on them. They enable us to do cognitive things that we wouldn't be capable of if we wouldn't have them. Let's take the other side around. What about machines? Where's my thing? Never mind. Machines. When I investigated my topic, I found out that something that's called DNA computing or biocomputing. Now, to this very day, computers work on silicon-based molecules or whatever it is. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not a scientist. I'm a philosopher. Basically, what they do is they've got ones and zeros, and they are simple magnetic things that just go up and down. New research goes into the direction of using biomolecules to store information. Now, the advantages of using a protein as opposed to a little magnet to store information is that a protein is much more complex. You can store many different things on a single molecule as opposed to just one or a zero. You can even go further. DNA, for example, is not only an information storer, but it actually replicates itself. Those are simple robots, simple molecules that have a task and that are able to intelligently reproduce themselves. We are no longer talking about cells and stuff. We're talking about molecules that have been designed by engineers to fulfill tasks. The first time this has been actually successfully done was 1994 in a little syringe in America. I don't know. Basically, I didn't quite get what the paper was about, but basically what he did is he managed to have organisms work out a complex algorithm I can't explain any further because I really didn't understand the paper. It was full of formula and stuff. So I'm really sorry. So are we heading, are humans becoming more and more robotic, and are our computers of future becoming more and more organic? Well, in this very country, the first time a human being has been recognized to be a cyborg. It is the story of Neil Hansen. He was an artist that was born absolutely colorblind. His vision of the world was black and white. And until he finished art school at the age of 21, everything he wore, everything he did, everything he drew was black and white, obviously, because he said, if I can't see the color, why should I bother dealing with them? Why should I try to produce something which I can't enjoy? Until, when he became 22, somebody invented a machine that actually enabled him to hear colors. So basically now he's walking around with a funny glass thing in front of one of his eyes, and this machine detects colors for him. He wanted to get a passport, and he has taken a passport picture, and when he sent off the picture to the passport registry, they denied him the passport because they said, no, you're not supposed to have anything in your face, we're not going to give you a passport. And he went to court because he said, this machine is part of my body. I'm not complete without this machine. And he went to court, and to the next court, and to the higher court, until he got right. This person, Neil Hansen, is the first ever recognized cyborg on this planet. The artificial eye has become part of him, and he was willing to fight for that in front of court. He has founded the Society of Cyborgs, and people that want to enhance themselves using machines. Now, I know it sounds a bit funny, but considering what I told you before, that a pacemaker, our mobile phones, all of these are actually tools that enhance us, and that our computers of the future, not quite yet, but in the future they will become more and more intelligent, more and more powerful using organic designs. Maybe we really are heading into the future right this very moment. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful speech. I think this is the most advanced speech I ever heard, and also it is very cool. As Tamara wrote the letter on my paper. It's a fair one. Okay, now